Hey, Patrick. Oh, look how little we are. Oh, look how big we are. There we go. How's it going,
There.
man?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Hump day already. Wednesday. Weren't we just at the racetrack like 2 hours ago?
It feels like it, yeah, and we kind of mentioned off air like the weeks are just flying by already.
Yeah, I mean, this coming weekend, you guys will be back in action. We're going to roll Magic Valley Speedway out, Meridian Speedway after a week off. We're going to be live on the track. And season opener, we talked to Travis Milburn earlier this year. Um, the Motorplex at the Mill goes green on Saturday as well. So it doesn't matter where you live in Southwest Idaho, you've got some racing options this coming weekend, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a place to party. So make sure if you're in the Meridian area, head on down to the track. If you're anywhere near Twin, head on down to the track. Look, I'm a couple hours away and I'm going there, so you don't have an excuse not to be there.
Yeah, be there or be square. Oh, look at this. My camera's looking at the back of my computer. You know, every week it's something new. That's okay. It's dusted. It's okay.
It's all good.
It's all good. Hey, but as you guys see rolling on the bottom of the screen, we do want to thank the people that help us do this because it we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Um, of course, the Race to Win Bowling, Natalie Waters, and the whole crew helping us out. So we appreciate those guys and gals. Overturf Photography. Patrick and I are going to watch a little Overturf Photography rapid race replay, and we're going to re-commentate. How's that, Patrick? We'll just
Yeah,
jump in.
if there's one thing that we like to do more than announcing a race, it's announcing it again.
Yeah, and we're ready. And it's fast forward version. It's about 11 minutes, but we'll throw that on here in a little bit too, and we'll just kind of catch everybody up on what happened in Twin Falls on Saturday, which started out to be a beautiful hot day,
Oh,
and
it was great.
it didn't end up that way, did it?
Yeah, I mean, show up to the track, sun's out, just a little bit of clouds, whatever. Great. I was just like, this is it, opening day, here we go. And by the time we're rolling into qualifying and heat races, it's everyone's doing this,
Got a
and the
little chilly.
wind feels like it's 45 miles an hour, and
Yeah, but that is for all of the folks watching from the Magic Valley area. That is Twin Falls. That's what happened.
yeah.
It can be 105 with no wind, and 28 seconds later, it'll be 105 miles an hour wind and 28 degrees. You never know.
Yeah, but we had some great fans there, and people stuck it out. Threw on the jackets. Some of them brought blankets, and we hung out and had a great time.
Yeah. So as we work through the night here, we're going to spend 45 minutes or so. We're going to chat about some racing at Meridian and Magic Valley and Emmett this weekend, but then we're going to talk about the cool season opener. Season openers are the best. We invite everybody to chime in and talk to us. Jeremy White is in the house early, and he's ready to hear about what happened at Magic Valley Speedway.
Yeah, I said dude. Every time we're at the racetrack, it's a party. I mean, to each their own. Maybe my partying's a little bit lighter than others, but but we have a good time.
We do what we got to do. Well, man, it's your house down there now, Patrick. This is what year number three for
3.
you and the family down there.
Yep, year 3. So year 1, I got Diana involved in the track. My wife Diana. Year 2, we got our daughter Bianca involved, and Tyler a little bit. And Tyler's now solid with helping with the online stream and that. Crazy how much that kid knows about computers and stuff. I don't understand it, but whatever. And so my goal is just like next year, one of my other kids maybe will be helping. And then the next year, I got enough kids, we'll build a team year after year.
We'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Here in a couple minutes, we're going to be watching some of what Tyler helped us put together. He's our live on air producer. Is that his title?
Yeah, I don't. We call him like a online like video production assistant. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know everything he does. I just know that the stream happens and he works on it.
he does a great job. He's doing a great job. I know Dusty and Big Tyler. So we got Big Tyler, Little Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
We're up there with us this weekend. We got a chance to dial in that sound just right to the bitter end, and yeah, I think everything went really well this weekend, right?
Well, okay, you just skipped over a huge deal here. So, for everybody that wasn't there, if you know Brent Artie shows up at the racetrack at breakfast time, basically.
I did. I was there. I was like the third or fourth one there after the guys that really worked.
Yeah. So Brent's always there early, plenty of time, get himself prepared and whatever. And he shows up that early to the other tracks too. So he's at Twin early. I got there at like 2:00, I want to say. So we got a couple hours before gates open. And microphones are not working. So for me, worry level goes up to like 65 real quick. Worried about the microphones not working. I don't know enough about that kind. I'm not an audio engineer. I didn't set it up. We had it working at the test and tune, but only because Brent sent me pictures of where to plug everything in at. And that's how prepared Brent is he knows the setup of other people's soundboards at other tracks. So we had it working, then it wasn't working, and it was a whole, I don't know, man, it was a mess. We're looking for adapters and cords, and me and Brent and Tyler going through boxes underneath a bench that we have up there in the booth, and we're just scrambling for whatever kind of cord adapter. And it literally was up until the last minute that we got the full sound system working with the microphone. We had like half of it working. It was kind of an odd deal. And then we had to worry about the online stream.
Yeah.
So then
we got to that point where it's like the crowd is perfect. Patrick's perfect, but nobody's going to be able to watch it on TV. So then we were like, let's fix one problem at a time. We fixed that one. So it was crazy.
But you guys got it. I don't know how they did it, but Brent and Tyler, you guys got it all figured out. So the people at home could watch, people on the stands could hear the microphones. And it was just last minute, but all that matters is that you're ready to go when the green flag flies. So we were ready to go.
We made it happen. But yeah, as far as, our fans down at Magic Valley, we've been thrashing on that sound system for 2.5 years. I want to say, for nobody that saw me laying on the floor and you and Tyler handing me cables and cords, and I think it went off pretty good. I think that week number 1, that thing worked, right?
Yeah, for what we've got, it's working good now. Thank goodness.
So Jeremy says he's going to come to a couple of tracks. We're going to hold him to that, right? We need to get him up there.
Yeah, for sure. Jeremy, come on up. We'll be happy to see you guys. Dr. Pepper's on me.
Jeremy, in August, you can go to Magic Valley on a Friday night and watch the Legends Shootout. You can follow us to Meridian on Saturday and watch a full show at Meridian. And then you don't even have to go home Sunday, because we can all go to the Motorplex at the Mill and watch the Legends and Bando Regional on Sunday. 3 days, 3 tracks, Jeremy White, pack your bags.
And that's the least amount of PTO you have to take off the 9 to 5 job too, right? Like That's just efficiency.
Yeah. Take Friday off, bring a driver to drive you home on Sunday night, and go to work on Monday, right?
Yeah, that's a great weekend.
That's what we do. This guy, he was out at the racetrack with us on Saturday. Joshua Cuff in a beautiful McDonald's street stock.
Yeah, I got the new livery. Is that what they say? Got that thing wrapped up. That thing looks good.
Yeah, I think I got him in a couple of the highlights we're going to show here in a little bit. So don't go anywhere, Josh. And if you guys are watching, tell everybody that we're on, because not everybody knows that we're here, right, Patrick? Although I will tell you, there's quite a few people jumping on already, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, we're big in like Singapore and stuff. We're just trying to get a little bit bigger in some of the other continents of the world. Yeah.
Don't we get a lot of viewers from Guam?
Guam, Papua New Guinea. We're hot there, so we're just waiting. We want to hit Europe a little bit more, dabble into like Latin America. We'll get there though.
Everybody
build.
says that we're very hot when we're across an ocean and away from them, right? Like, hey, you
Yeah.
guys look really good over there. Sherry
Oh,
Waters is in the house.
Oh yeah, hey Sherry. I just wanted to mention one thing. If anybody saw the last show that we were doing together, I was making mention, of the cool room that you have. If you can see behind Brent, he's got lots of decor, racing memorabilia that has been gifted, and just so sweet. Some of the coolest gear, whether it's been the folks from Race to End Bullying, right? The Waters team hooked you up. There you go, right there. Meridian Speedway, I see. Is that a flag? What is that?
That is a legit banner that says Meridian
Banner.
Speedway from Overturf Photography. Put that
Got
together.
a banner. We got a blanket. You got the Dan Breach flag. And then you got the Raise Hail and Praise Dale. I see that.
My girls bought me that for my birthday. And then the performance signs and graphics.
Makes sense. Logo. Right? I love it. Yeah. So I made a mention on our other show. I'd appreciate it if I could, have something here. It would be nice. It would be nice. The curtains are nice, but something racing related.
I love the curtains.
Diana does good. She makes a house a home. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Great job. So we're at the track on Saturday. Everything went well. My guy Spanky, our good friend, comes up and says, "Hey, I've got something for you." Well, what do you know?
Look at that.
I've got Dale at my house too.
Piece number 1 of the collection.
Yeah, this is a classic piece too. It's a reflections piece, they call it. And it's got a little quote at the bottom. Says, "Looking back, knowing that you gave it your all, win or lose, you finish a champion." So thank you to Spanky. This is going to be part of my podcasting memorabilia now from now on. I actually found a better spot in the house to maybe set some stuff up, hang this on the wall. There's one catch.
What is
to hang this up, I may or may not have to, but definitely would have to take down my wife's wedding bouquet that's hanging up on the wall. So I don't know. You guys comment and tell me if that's a good or bad idea. I don't know. But Dale looks good. Dale would look great. He would be right behind me on the wall. It's over there. I'll show you guys another time. Maybe I'll post a video on our Facebook page and kind of show the opportunity. That being said, I don't know how my wife would take that. It would just be for the show. I could put it back. We could, I don't know. It would be Dale in the bouquet. Yeah.
Or you could just put the bouquet above Dale.
I'm going to explore all opportunities. But if, I got to make sure no one's listening. If it's a bad idea, don't tell her. Just don't say anything. If you guys see my wife at the track, don't tell her I'm trying to take down some of our wedding mementos down for racing stuff. But it might happen. So
just tell
we'll
her.
See.
Sweetheart, I know that when you look at me, you think Dale Earnhardt, and I just want you to look at him every day.
Right? He's a hand. Look at that mustache. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy. He was one of the greatest to do it, plain and simple, know?
He was the man. So Spanky hooked you up, got you started.
He said he's got more stuff too. So, Spanky's the guy. If you can rely on somebody, you can rely on Spanky.
Yes, you can.
Thanks, Spank.
Let's go through some comments real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit of replay. Another big race. Sprint cars are headed to Evergreen. So if Riley's going, I would say G Money Willie Ginn is probably going to get that brand new 61 car loaded up and ready to go. So, have you ever been to Evergreen, Patrick?
No. Where is it?
Washington. Big track, little track, racetrack. We got to go up there.
I would like that.
And don't worry, Riley. We're not upset that you didn't invite us. Jerk. But
yeah.
Right. We'll find that guy. Magic Valley Speedway regular Scott Scott's on there. He had some cars on the racetrack Saturday night, right?
Yeah. What's up, Scott?
Shane Prince. He is going to be down there with you with a new modified driver. Ooh, a little
All right.
teaser. I like that.
I look forward to it. Yeah.
Black Canyon Raceway announcer Dan Coyle is hanging out with us. We're going to be back out at Black Canyon on a Friday night here in a couple of weeks to go kart racing. Jeremy White tells you that you know exactly who he works for, and he might even get a Monday and a Friday off.
Yeah, he's lucky to work for someone that can appreciate wanting to spend some time at a track.
Yeah. And Jeremy just shared our show. So thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Jaden's in the house. Russell Hills, Meridian Speedway fan.
Russ, what's up?
We've got like a list of comments here. I'm just hope I don't click on a bad one. Brad Hunsaker out of Pocatello. He is a legend. Brad is a legend. Did you know that?
Yeah, if you've been to a racetrack and seen a fast car, you've probably heard the name Hunsaker.
It's right there on the side.
Yeah.
Sherry says you need some swag, and she's gonna hook you up. There you go. We are not against a little begging, are we?
Yeah, no, I definitely want to, get all the stuff I can get. Not like the Waters family doesn't already do a ton for us, but that's just who they are. They're great people. Yeah. And she said Brad is the best. Brad is the best. He's probably gonna have his picture hung up in some podcasters' home someday too. Brad, if you got a picture of you want us to hang up, send it our way.
Send it to us. We'll make a copy. Jeremy says he has an 8x10 hero card with your name on it. You want one? It's from the last time he ran a Legends race at Meridian.
Yep, I want it autographed, please.
Who else do we got here? Wow. I don't know, Patrick. We might just talk to all the people that are talking to us. I put on their open mic, and look at these people. They're in it. Benson. Oh, my voice cracked. Puberty. Sorry. Benson Weaver was the driver of the Enforcer. We've got a little highlight of that coming up.
Thunderdog. Oh, they could hear me in the car?
Oh, heck yeah.
I was unaware.
Yeah, every now and then you can be heard. Okay. If we're running a sprint car, I'm sure that Willie G and Natalie don't hear us, but yeah, good old Hornet bomber. Heck yeah. They know what's going on in there.
Okay, good to know, Benson. I appreciate that. I might say some stuff next time, so just be ready.
Yep, nice job. And what did they call him? Bad Brad. Ooh, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but Bad Brad Hunsaker.
I bet there's some stories attached to that.
And that this is not the show for those. We'll do a pit stop podcast after dark and bring Brad Hunsaker and all the stories on. Yeah. No, he's an angel. Brad is an angel. And Benson says, don't forget, you can talk about him, but only say good things.
Oh yeah, totally. Wouldn't be inappropriate comments at all. I'll keep it PG. Yeah, no, anything inappropriate is completely accidental and incidental. And anything that I say does not represent those folks who work for Magic Valley Speedway and or subsidiaries.
Yes. Jeremy said it was a Hornet All-Star Series, not a Legend.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm sure.
White Lightning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay. So Saturday night. Hang on, my cord is stuck in the desk drawer. There we go. Good racing. Do we want to throw some highlights on it? We can just BS about what happened out there at the racetrack.
Let's do it.
Now you're gonna have to give me 1 second because I think it's got music to it. So I'm gonna mute the music so that we don't overlap. Patrick and I. Ooh, wrong thing. Don't worry, my computer has all good videos. So even if I share a wrong video, it's not gonna get us kicked off the air. All right, we're gonna kill the sound. We're gonna make it bigger. No, we're not, because you and I are on the screen. Anyway, can you hear me, Patrick, still?
Yep.
Okay, triple 25s for the McDonald's Street Stocks. This is main event number 1. Really a good car count to kick off the year for this class, right?
Yep, solid car count, good drivers too. So you can see the number 5 there. That's Josh Cuff. He's in here hanging out with us on the show. Appreciate you tuning in, Josh. And then you got the likes there of Josh Phanopoulos, Mitch Pearson, Champion.
Jake Altman last
Altman
weekend.
was in the 20, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago at Meridian, he won his first ever main event. But early on, that guy right there in the 45 was a rocket ship.
Yeah, really, really fast car. I saw a post afterwards, right, saying there was some issues and stuff. So, had to take some spankings. I guess that team got some slaps on the wrist from the higher ups. They got warned about something. I don't know. I don't know the details. I just know that something happened.
Yeah,
but
they'll be back. Lee Hackney, longtime racer here in the on the West Coast, and especially here in Idaho. I'm sure that thing's in the shop already and getting the little tweaks done to make it right, and he'll be out at Meridian on Saturday night.
So if you just saw in this is the first main, the Phanopoulos had to pull off for a second there, so that left Mitch Pearson there doing battle with Ron McClymans there.
And there went Josh Cuff. It's really good to see Mitch having such a good run. Oh, that one will replay. That was your second place car, Patrick. What the heck?
Yeah, Ron McClymans, and they said they had just gotten like everything, that car like just squared away right before the race, and then I don't know what happened. We'll have to see if we can get word from Ron, but that tire just went flying.
I think the center of that rim came out, but look at this. I'm in complete control now. I didn't see until, hang on. Look on the other side of the fence. When this happens here, coming around this left, look who's on the other side of the fence getting a bird's eye view. Right.
Oh, there is someone right there. Oh, he had to move. I saw him running.
Tyler Shield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could tell by his athletic turn and run. Tyler was like, whoa. Tire coming right at.
And there he is right there getting the shots.
Yep.
Tyler, if you don't know, he's one of the photographers there at the track, and so had to make sure he was safe. And as soon as he knew he wasn't going to get attacked by that tire, he was there taking photos.
Yeah. So props to Tyler Shield on his fast thinking. Somebody put on Facebook, Tyler almost got hit by a tire. I'm like, no, he didn't. It hit the fence. And then I watched that, and yes, he did.
Yeah, I totally didn't notice that he was there when we were watching it live.
I didn't either. But then it finishes out. Altman gave it a heck of a run late, but Mitchell Pearson, what a guy, what a story. Mitch is one of those unsung heroes.
Yeah, he is. It was great to see him get another win at the track.
Mitch also, he always likes to tell us, and I think it's a cool thing for him to tell us, an organ donor recipient.
Right.
What did he tell you the other day? What, 20 years ago or 25 years ago? So if you're kind of up in the air on that, you got a guy out here living the life because of somebody else. So
yeah, donate life. Yep.
Western Mountain Inc. late models. We had 2 of them. We're building the class. It's going to get bigger and better, Patrick.
Yeah, it will, because these cars are loud, exciting to watch. And this was kind of interesting because we had Sean Lester, so veteran driver, right? He's been racing for years. Hasn't been in a late model for many years, right? I believe is this year 2 in the late model for him. He had been in the street stocks a lot. Mm-hmm. So he moved up, but he's that veteran driver. He can race anything, and it's bad fast racing. So he's going to be fast. And then you've got young man Peyton Hardenbrook. And it's great because it's good experience for Peyton to be getting racing against Sean.
Yeah, they had some double main events for the Western Mountain Inc. late model NASCAR trucks. I love truck racing. I don't care if you got 77 of them or 2. They put on a show. Yeah,
trucks are good, solid racing. Anytime that you see them, and no matter if it's on like a smaller track or even we were down at RMR and we were on 3/8 mile, like it doesn't matter what size it is. Trucks are going to be exciting to watch. They get so close to each other, as you can see right here. We get so many shots of these trucks that are door to door racing. It's so much fun to watch.
So we'll let them run through. Neil Boyle, he's going to be your winner in this one. From your point of view, Patrick, What is it? Which one of these classes? You're regulars. I know we love the super mods and that sort of thing. What gets Patrick excited when you're in the booth at Magic Valley Speedway? What class?
Yeah. So for me, trucks is right there. Late models, trucks and late models for me is what I kind of really, really love. Sprint cars too, I guess is what I would say. If I'm not going to say it, because like super mods, right? I love those, but they're just not one of the regulars. So
Right.
if I get the chance, if the sprint cars are in town, I try to get down by the fence just to feel the wind, the air that moves by when they go flying by. And some of those cars, they're so like the decibels that come out of those things, man, it just hits you in the chest when they go by. And it's great. Trucks are cool because they race so close, and I love the sound of the late models. You know what I mean? I just love the sound they put out and how fast they can get going. So those are probably my top three.
Yeah. Yeah, the trucks put on a good show. Like I said, fender to fender, door to door, like Jeff Wade and Neil here. That Neil Boyle truck, a brand new grip suspension truck, I heard. So Will and the gang at Grip Suspension are tossing some race cars out there this year.
Yeah, and Monty Bergner from B Graphics put the new wrap on that thing. So I mean, it looked pristine. And then he's battling with Jeff Wade, and Jeff made a donut. Had the tire rub on the passenger side. You can see it right there on the number 11. You see,
Yep.
So one of Neil's crew went over and he's like, "Man, he put a donut on the tire, or put a donut on the side here with his tire." He's kind of upset about it because it's a brand new wrap.
Yeah. But Rubbin's racing, right?
That's part of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy White says he's got some videos coming a week from this weekend. The youngsters are going quarter midget racing. You saw that for a little bit. I know Dan kind of was a big supporter of that at RMR, right?
Yeah, he helped get the quarter midget program really popping here in Utah. And some of the drivers that we still see today, a la Natalie Waters, right? She's had opportunity and to move up and keep going. And so now we cheer her on in a sprint car. So it's kind of crazy because it's happened. It's so fast that Natalie went from being this little 13-year-old, you know what I mean, that I saw for the first time at the racetrack, and then bam, now she's a grown woman and racing sprint cars.
Big time. Doyle Moen took a little Hornet hit to the wall. Josh says that Bergener did his as well. So,
if you want a car that looks good, hit up B Graphics, Monty Bergner. He does good.
Street stocks, like we said, triple 25s. That was a pretty cool event. Josh Finopoulos, though, unbeatable. Like I said, problems in the first main, won the second main. There was an issue for disqualification in the last main. Like I said, Lee Hackney and the crew, they'll fix that. They'll get him back out there. Beautiful car, though.
Yeah, it looks real good. And I appreciate the cars that are like that are easy to see the number from far away.
For us.
Yeah, that's a personal preference. I love it.
Yeah, it's and the older I get, the more I appreciate it too,
Yeah.
But Josh, one of those guys, he hasn't been on the scene very long, but he definitely he picks, he gets in a car and he picks up wins, and that's a cool thing. Idaho Vintage Racers, we didn't have very many of them, but by the time we roll into Diamond Cup up at Meridian, there'll be like 18 of them. There always is.
And the cool thing is that they're not all this, it's not just a cookie cutter thing, right? They're all different, and not just in like the colors, right? Because you got the one there that looks like super silver chrome, one there with the red, white, and blue number 11, and you got the yellow one. They're all kind of different body styles and stuff too. It's really cool.
Here, you're told to look at your messages.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you look good, so I hope she's not saying like there's something wrong with the way you look.
Oh,
really
heck yeah. Oh, no, Sherry's just looking, sending picture of the stuff they can hook up.
Very nice.
Yes. I'm going to have some more swag ASAP.
Dan Coyle, he sits in our seat. Now, Dan, and I've done this for many, many years as well, Dan's got to see the numbers on outlaw carts. So sometimes even if you make them big, they're small.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
I've been there, so I feel Dan's pain. I've done hundreds and hundreds of outlaw cart races up here in the valley, and sometimes those are hard to see. Sometimes, literally, it's like there goes the yellow car around the blue car, and Mom and Dad, if I made you mad, just put a bigger number on it next week, right?
Yeah, I try to get a look before, when they were doing practice and stuff like that, before we have to get announcing. And if I can't read the number on a car, I get my kids over and I'm like, hey, what number's on that car? What does it say on that car?
Exactly. New look Bombers. They are now the Budweiser Thunderdogs down there. It's the car, not the driver. So they all had some names, and you have homework. I hear you have to make up a name for one of those before the next race, right?
Yeah. After the race, Adam and Colton, they were saying, hey, there's the number 14. You can see it on the right side of the screen right there. They said they were calling it AJ Foyt, but they were like, we want to rename that car. So homework assignment for Patrick is come up with a name for that car. So
Yeah.
I've been thinking of lots of different possibilities. I still haven't come to a final decision yet, but I'm working on it.
That's funny because we had a Idaho Historical Racing Society, Western Idaho Racing meeting last night, and I was in the pits before we had it, and Colton's like, I'm so excited to see what Patrick names that car.
Oh, so they had it planned.
Well, this was last night, so after they talked to you, that's all, all the things that happened at the racetrack on that Saturday night. On Tuesday night, Colton's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what Patrick names that car.
No pressure, huh?
No pressure, make
geez.
it good. No pressure. But yeah, Budweiser Thunderdogs. Anybody can drive them. You could drive it. I could drive it. Your wife could drive it, and the car gets the points as long as we're all driving the same car. And they definitely ran some Adam Nelson rules.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this type of racing at the track, we mix it in this kind of real fun, different rules, redneck style racing, and it's a good time.
So the Bombers, the Hornets had the biggest car count of the night. It was a mixture though. It was the Stingers, Hornets together. So these were the kids and the adults. And I know that some of the folks are like, I don't know if we should do that. I think it was a heck of a race, Patrick. We only had really one incident.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, which is great. It's good seat time for everybody, and fun to watch when you've got that many cars on track.
Yeah, you've got to have, you got to have race cars. Nobody wants to watch one or two when you've got 16 of them in the pits that you could all throw together and race. That was the caution right there. So,
yep.
Not a bad deal. No harm, no foul. Hornet Racing. I mean, for opening night, that was your biggest class, man. That was some of the most exciting.
Yeah. It was good fun to watch. And right there, you saw that was the end of Justin Ford, 17. He was snuck through to get the win at the last minute. It was fun.
So another street stock race. There's the one that Panopolis took first in that one. And then, so I believe that McClymonds would probably have been the winner of that final main event after the official word. And then just a little rubbing and racing here between Dan Coyle and Sir Patrick Tully.
Yeah, I gave him the old bump and go, huh?
I guess he did. And off he went. But as you guys watch this stuff, really thanks to Melissa Mitchell. Melissa was up there in the 9,000 mile per hour wind. Video and all this, and that is not the funnest place to be on a calm night, Patrick. More or less on a mid tornado night.
Yeah, up there in Twin Falls, it's super heavy winds, or in July it's 105 degrees up there on the top, and just cooking.
Get a little burn there, and Jeff Wade.
I thought he was gonna fall out of that truck. Did you see that?
I did. I thought you were him out. I thought. Well, you were telling him to do a backflip, and then for a second I thought, "Oh my God, he's going to do it!" But it was Jeff. He was getting it.
He was going to do it on accident.
On accident. That's the only way I ever do a backflip is on accident. But yeah, so big shout out to the Speedcast.tv crew, your Tyler, Melissa Mitchell, Diana on the music, and you guys are rocking, rolling, and ready to roll this weekend, huh?
Yeah, there was just one thing we didn't hit on, and that was Randy Kerr almost killed me in a Corvette. So if you weren't there,
I did want to talk about that. I was going to wait till the end.
Okay.
So, Twin Falls Chevrolet 2024 Corvette Stingray on sale for $93,000. If anybody would like to buy Patrick and I I mean, you could buy us the car, and maybe Patrick and I would share it. Actually, I don't think Patrick would share it anymore because he doesn't want anyone else to drive.
No, listen.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah. I mean, all I know is we were running a few minutes early for opening ceremonies. We go down on the track. There's me, Brent, Adam. We're talking to the crowd. We see the Corvette roll up, Randy Kerr, and that guy looks like he belongs in a Corvette Stingray convertible. He makes it look good. So I hear Brent say, "Get in." So I'm like, all right, cool, get in. And I'm just thinking, we've got a minute, so we'll just, take a little lap. I'll wave at the crowd, whatever, Soon as my buckle clicked, I heard, "Brrr," and that Stingray was hauling like immediately. So we hit turn 1 already too fast, and I was screaming into the microphone. I believe it was still turned on. We
could hear you till about the McDonald's scoreboard, and then we lost.
Oh my gosh. It's a good thing too, because I didn't stop screaming. That's the thing. So turn 1, I'm screaming. And then you would think if you're driving a car and you hit the turn, you're going to slow down. He didn't slow down. He stayed in the gas. Yeah, he stayed in it. And I'm like, oh no. So we get out of turn 2. I'm like, Randy, we're coming up to turn 3 way too fast for a guy like me. So finally I'm like, Randy, for real, I'm scared, man. And then as we're going down into 3, I hear Randy go, "Oh." He finally realized I was not joking. I was terrified in that moment. And he let off the gas at that point.
But we got you out of the car. We were joking about, oh my gosh, you're shaking, you're scared. But you were, because it's not my first day at a racetrack. And when any of those ex-race car drivers say, "Hey, jump in the pace car with me," I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not going to do it.
I learned my lesson the hard way, man. And I can't do it, dude. Oh man.
You were doing when you were doing national anthem, you were standing up there with Adam getting ready to start. Randy's like, "Come here." He's like, "Oh my God, Brent, I think I scared the whoop out of him." He goes, "I didn't mean to do that. I thought he was joking. I thought we were putting on a show." And I said, "Yeah, I think the show was over in turn 1.5.
Yeah, it was over quick. And he gave me a hug after, apologize. He doesn't owe me an apology, really. I didn't think so. I knew he wasn't trying to do anything like that.
He wasn't trying to kill you.
Yeah, but I should have learned my lesson back in 2016. I believe it was media day at RMR. I went in a late model. Right? It was a late model 2-seater with Jaron Mott, and I like had when I was with Randy, I PTSD'd back to that moment with Jaron, and I'm just like, man, I can't do this again. My heart, I'm getting too old. I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. So I like to wash the cars. I can't be in one at any kind of speed. You know what I mean? It's got to be school zone speed for me.
And it's totally different if you're driving. That's the thing. That's my deal. Is I was never a fast race car driver. I thought I was, but I don't want to ride with anybody. No offense to all of my best friends and family that race out there. I ain't riding with you. Sorry. I got to be in control.
Yeah, I believe being in control has something to do with it. But if I was in control, like I said, I'd have been going 32 miles an hour. You know what I mean? And I felt like we hit 132 on the backstretch. There at the track. I don't know.
I think you were knocking on the door of like pretty good freeway speed on the back straightaway though, because that car was. Because even me, I was like, "Holy crap!" Randy's right foot is working tonight. It's going, man. It's going. So. But that's okay. We didn't have to clean the seats or anything. You controlled all the anger and fear and all of that, right?
Yeah. I don't think I left anything behind. Thank goodness.
Well, we haven't talked
other than my pride, I guess, huh?
No, it don't matter. At our age, it don't matter. I am not out to impress anybody but myself, even when I don't do that, which is often. So yeah. So what a night! Opening night. And you know what that means. Next thing you know, you and I are going to be sitting here talking about class champions, and it's that time of year. I just really hope we can all settle in and enjoy it this year. We all need some exciting, happy, good racing going on.
Yeah, that's it. We just need a solid season full of good memories.
Yeah. So we'll talk about what you got going on in a minute. We just want to remind everybody that Travis and the crew are kicking open the gates at the Motorplex at the Mill. They are practicing now. They were practicing tonight. I had a wild hair there for a second to go do the show from the booth out there.
Oh,
but I wished I would have now, because they practiced till 9, so we could have had a little bit. That's the thing out there. They do that. So we'll do one. We'll do a Wednesday night from out there.
cool.
Modifieds, bandos, legends, prolates are going to be in the house out at the Motorplex at the Mill if you're in the Emmett, Jim County area. And talk about laps. The modifieds are going to run a 40-lap main, bandos 20, legends 35, and the prolates run a 75-lap main every weekend that they race at the Motorplex at the Mill. So maybe tomorrow night I'll go out there. They're going to do some practice tomorrow night too. We'll get some live looks at the Motorplex.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And you got some new. I think you got a new little microphone you can test out, right? So
yeah. Oh, we're going to do some live. Courtesy of our friends at Overturf Photography. They helped us out this year. We're updating equipment, and the one that we had down there in Twin was so cute.
Yeah, I wish I had it. I don't have it handy, but
had a little fuzzy ball on it.
Yeah, we've got some new cool little wireless microphones that we can just elevate the quality of our social media posts and things that we do. If we can do some live hits from tracks and stuff, so like that, if you go out to the track, you can post a video, have a little microphone there. So thank goodness we've got great partners for the show, like the Race to End Bowling, that literally helps us be here on the air, and Overturf Photography that can help us upgrade equipment and stuff. So
yeah. And for everybody out there, just a little teaser. Overturf Photography. I've been working with Jerry for the last couple of weeks on a special design of something for the Idaho Historical Racing Society. We'll just leave it at that because we're still in the final stages. But let's put it this way: if you want some Idaho Historical Racing Society swag, it could be on the horizon. Courtesy of Spanky Castile. He's heading that project up. Jerry and Mary are helping us, and Steve York from Threads in Twin Falls. There you go. There's your IHRS teaser. Swag.
As long as they make it an extra large, we're good.
Yes, we ordered some extra large somethings. So anyway, we had a meeting last night, so there's some cool stuff coming that way.
Sweet.
All of that helping out the IHRS. Boat races were at Meridian Speedway 2 weekends ago. We're going back to some regular racing action with Grace Assisted Living Night this Saturday night. Notice Baptist Church is helping us out with all of the hardware. What'd you think of the new hardware? Because it is actually hardware this year, courtesy of Overturf Photography down there at Magic Valley.
Oh, super cool. I got my hand on one of those things, right, to help give it away to one of the main event winners. And the flagman Jake and I, we were sitting there like, man, I want one of these for me. This thing is really, really cool. Yeah, high quality stuff. But I mean, it's Overturf Photography. So if you know them, it's like they just do great stuff. That's all there is to it. So
yes,
it's really cool.
Yep. They've partnered with both Meridian and Magic Valley Speedway this year to take care of our main event winners and the week number 1 winners of Magic Valley Speedway. We're the first ones to get their hands on the cool stuff.
Modified. I got a little picture right there. I was giving it to Sean Lester.
There it is. See? So all you Magic Valley racers that are going to be down there next week, you want one of those? All you got to do is win a main event. And it's something
easy.
It's just something different. I know we've got drivers that have 19 million trophies. Dan brought in the flags just for something different, and I think, like everything, the things kind of run their course. I mean, trophies, we had them for 100 years, and they're still cool, but they're expensive to make and buy. The flags were cool because it was something tangible. Maybe ran its course after 4 or 5 years for a little bit, so we're going to work with Overturf on some cool stuff. Performance Science and Graphics makes something very similar for the bandos and legends too. So you'll see all kinds of those things rolling around. Mike and Jerry and Mary. Those two companies, those three people make some cool stuff. So we appreciate them. Trucks were down with you on Saturday night. They're going to be with me on Saturday night at Meridian Speedway. The vintage cars were with you on Saturday night. They're coming home to us at Meridian Speedway, along with the Hornets, the Stingers, and the NASCAR Modifieds are back out. Sprint cars will be back at Meridian on the 17th. We'll talk about that next week. And if you can believe it, we're like 2 weeks away from Memorial Day Smashorama. First time ever. Memorial Day, Crown Utilities, Smashorama coming up on May 26th. So if you don't have your tickets yet, get them, because that's we sold the place out last Saturday. There's 4,000 plus people in there. I think Memorial Day might be the same, and we're gonna crash some stuff up. I love some Smashorama. So
it's always a good time.
But let's go to Twin Falls, Magic Valley Speedway. Patrick, Spanky, and the gang. What do you guys got going on down there Saturday night?
Outhouse Grand Prix presented by the folks at ICCU, Idaho Central Credit Union. Fun fact of the day, I actually did win a race last year at the Outhouse Grand Prix. So if you see me getting in a car, you better watch out. That's all I'm going to say.
What were you driving?
Oh, well.
What model of race car did you win the Outhouse Grand Prix in?
It was like a 94 golf cart.
It was blue though, right?
Yeah. Speed Blue. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah. It's official racing. It's aerodynamic. It's a special paint they did just for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. So maybe this year you'll get in a Thunderdog.
Oh, I don't know. I learned.
Maybe they'll let you run the Outhouse Grand Prix in the Corvette.
No, I learned my lesson. I don't belong in anything with a real motor in it, a combustion engine.
Oh, that's funny.
So we've got it's the Outhouse Grand Prix trophies presented by Affordable Appliance Repair. We're going to have Speed Tour Modifieds, Western Mountain Inc. NASCAR late models again, midgets, McDonald's Street Stocks, Project Filter Mini Mods, and the Southern Idaho Mini Stocks.
Ooh. I'm looking, don't mind me, but I was looking for a special edition video that I have on my screen and I can't find it. That's okay. Next week we will show you Patrick in the Outhouse Cranberry. Remember, I made you a cute little video.
Oh yes, yeah, oh yeah, with the song. Yes, yeah. We'll when we do the okay. We'll bring that back.
I just can't remember what date that was, or else I would have pulled it up because I didn't name it. But
or keep it locked. We might put that on there right before Saturday as kind of a teaser for the Outhouse Grand Prix. We'll show you my win from last year. Oh, did you find it?
Nope, I didn't. It was a street stock race. I was.
Okay.
I was taking a shot in the dark, and I was wrong.
No worries. It's all good. Also, if you go to MagicValleySpeedway.com, you can get tickets for that if you're going to be in Twin this weekend. Children ages 6 and under, free admission. So bring the little ones and let's have a good time.
So we're ready. It's supposed to be nice in Twin Falls this weekend. You know, it's supposed to be 90 here.
Really?
Yeah, on Friday. And then
90?
Saturday, I'll check the current weather. You check Twin Falls weather. I'll check. We'll get all of our fans ready to roll.
Yeah, right now I've got Saturday low of 58, high of 87. So it's going to be a warm day.
So yeah, Saturday night at Meridian, high of 89, low of 57. Look at that.
All right. Yeah, we're right there.
So yeah, and both Meridian and Twin. If you're at one and you want to watch the other, www.speedcast.tv. I had a few chats with some of the fans and some of the people there at the track pre-race and on Friday night when we were practicing at Twin. I think the Speedcast thing is kicked. People are like, yeah, it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. And, you're going to have a couple of racetracks with it and that sort of thing. So cheap subscription if you're a race fan. You can go back and watch everything, right?
Yeah, that's the good thing. So if you're like me and Brent, so we'll be announcing at our respective tracks while watching the other track's races at the same time. So if we ever sound a little distracted, it's probably because we've got our phone up with the other
Yep.
track and we're watching at the same time. That being said, I know I don't have to worry because I can focus there at Twin, and then, you know, Sunday morning I can wake up and, like you said, you can pull up the replay from whenever. So I can pull up Meridian's races, make sure that I watch it. You can cast it to your TV if you've got a smart TV. So you got a full screen. And it's awesome. So you don't have to miss anything. And I know I heard, so my Tyler talking to Big Tyler and Dusty, and they're always throwing around ideas on how to make those broadcasts better. So they're talking about different graphics to put up to make racing easier to understand what's going on for maybe people who haven't watched a ton of racing, things like that. So it's just going to get better and better.
Yeah. Split screen. I thought little Tyler put the split screen up for a little bit. Peyton Banks. I can't leave Peyton out. Peyton is like our lifesaver coming into this Speedcast deal. I mean, the kid is phenomenal. He can run the camera. He can run the stream. He can go to Twin and help us, you know, do lives, whatever. So big shout out to Peyton. Peyton's been doing the split screen this year a little bit. And then once you get used to it, you know, as long as you got cars in both screens, and we're gonna get Tyler involved in that too, because that'll be cool on a 25 car Northwest late model tour night that's coming up in August, because you're gonna have cars everywhere. So yeah, all that stuff, they're gonna get him rolling.
And it's, you know, my Tyler's 11 years old, but he's talking about during the week, he comes to me and says, Dad, you know, it'd be cool if we could get a camera angle right at the entrance of the track as they're coming down in Twin, so we can get the cars roll as they roll right down into turn 2. And I just love that he's thinking about it. He just wants everybody to have a good show.
Yeah. Yep. So like everything, if you want to be on a sponsorship deal for some of that stuff, all the different cameras and stuff take miles and miles of cable. Yeah. You know, that's the thing. You know, we look at Meridian and we're like, oh, we'd love a camera there, but it's going to take 900 feet. And then almost, you know, 2/3 of the size. But yeah, that's cool. And that's what you and I know this. That's what we need. We need, I'm old. You're older, not than me, but older than your son. I mean, it's and Spanky and I, Breach and I, we talked about it all the time. It's like, and especially after the last year with losing so many people, you're like, who's next? Who's the next guy up? Who's the next cameraman up? Who's the next Patrick? Who's the next Brent? And we got to start looking for those people. Unfortunately, that's the way time goes.
Yeah, it's just like we love to see the young kids, you know, bringing up the next generation of race car drivers. We definitely have to keep that in mind as far as the people behind the scenes too, so that we can keep the operations going.
Yeah. One more time, the folks at the Race 10 Bowling, Overturf Photography, Mike at Performance Signs and Graphics, he's getting us some stickers ready. Shelby at Scent Savvy. Shelby, when you're at Magic Valley or Meridian, we need some smelly stuff. Idaho CDL Training on board, Western Cargo, and I'm getting ready to go to Iron Body Fitness because I got in trouble because I haven't been there very often lately by owner.
You've inspired me though, and so the past I'm 3 days strong now. I've just started, so don't judge me, but I've done a couple of workouts for the past 3 days, and for me that's a big deal. So, you know, together we'll get the Iron Body Fitness going stuff. So
yeah, that doesn't work. I'm not quite to that moment.
When I do that,
when I do that and the biceps fall to the bottom, we know we're not not quite enough. But yeah, I appreciate all those folks. And if you guys want to be a part of the show, just give Patrick and I a call. It's not $1 million deal. It could be trading something out, hooking us up with something cool, and we'll talk about you. Whatever, we can make it work. Or if you do have $1 million, we're not going to say no.
No, yeah, we would take some numbers that have commas in them. We like commas. That being said, like Brent said, even if it's a hookup that can help us get 1,000 feet of cord that we can run to a camera down in turn 2, we need all sorts of stuff, and we can come up with some sort of creative partnership. We love doing that kind of thing. So reach out.
Yep. Okay. What else you got? You good? You ready for week number 2, May the 10th, 2025?
Yeah, May 10th. So couple things. I've just got to get my homework done. I'm doing the school thing at night. So after the show, I got to do the homework, make sure that's all squared away. I'm trying to be a good student, good example for my kids. May 10th, my dad's birthday. So shout out to old Papa Bauman. Love you, Dad. Best man I ever met. And then this weekend, also Mother's Day. So I hope you guys got something for your mom. If not, you better. This is me, public service announcement. Get something like really quick.
Yeah.
And we're running out of time.
And if you're not in this boat yet, but if you have a bunch of daughters and a few of them may be moms, don't forget about them either. I've got a list right here for I have 4 daughters and a son. So a daughter-in-law. Only one of the girls does not have a child yet, and she says, "Heck no, I don't want one," and I'm totally good with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's not only your mom. Take care of all the moms in your families and in your lives.
That's right. Shout out to all the moms.
Yeah, Shane Prince's daughter. Happy birthday to her on Saturday.
Right on.
Maybe she'll be at the racetrack. Shane, bring her.
Yeah, best place to have a birthday party.
Yeah, my birthday's in January, and I even go to the racetrack. Normally by myself, but that's where I celebrate. That's not weird, is it?
No, for us, no.
Okay.
People watching, maybe.
When I said that, I'm like, that sounds kind of weird. But like I said,
I go alone. I'll go with you, dude. Call me. I'll go with you in January.
We'll hang out there.
Yeah.
So again, all those sponsors have helped us out. 45, 50 minutes of just BSing about racing. We do have in the upcoming weekend or weeks a father-son duo, the Lutmer family, when they're both in the same spot, and we're going to do a live show with them on a Wednesday night when they're back in their race shop. So Austin's out working on the road a little bit, so we're going to wait till they get back there and get ready to get little AJ out on the track. Oh, Shane's daughter's in Oregon. She's not coming to the races.
She can tune in to speedcast.tv and we'll give her a shout out.
Speedcast.tv. Patrick will let her. Yeah, you let us know.
I'll sing to her.
Yeah. He will too. I'm
Yeah,
sure
right.
like, no,
sorry. Yeah, sorry, I probably would.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, we would all do that. So, okay. Well, man, I'm gonna let you get with the family, and you guys get ready for another little road trip. And it was awesome being able to hang out with you guys down there. We'll be back down there with you in a few weeks.
It's always good to see you at the track, man.
It feels like it's a long time, but it's not. I know Adam and Kelly, they'll all be down there hanging out with you this weekend, so you guys can roll into week number 2, and hopefully 89 and sunny packs that place for you.
Yeah, it should be good. Fingers crossed, right? As long as the wind doesn't come in tearing everything down, we'll be good.
Yeah, don't. And you can never know that for sure. Troy Palmer's birthday is coming up.
Hey.
Troy is probably not a day over 21. I'm just kidding, Troy.
Yeah.
No. Well, happy birthday, Troy. Mini stock driver. His son, Tyler. You probably will see them down there with the Southern Idaho mini stocks on Saturday night. So make sure to wish old man Troy a happy birthday. And I can say that because that's the way it is. So for all of our sponsors, if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, or anything that you don't want us to, well, if you want us not to talk about something, that's just too bad. His birthday Saturday. Don't forget, Troy Palmer. I'll text you in case they're down there.
Text me.
Let us know. We want to make this show something you guys like. We'll do some lives. Maybe I'll do a live from Motorplex at the Mill tomorrow. And then, of course, Meridian and Magic Valley Speedway, Speedcast.tv. Patrick and I will be in our separate offices enjoying a little bit of short track racing in the valleys.
That's right.
Okay, we'll see you next Wednesday, and we'll see you guys at the racetrack. Patrick, are you still there? I totally just interrupted our ending because we couldn't go without this one. Randy Kerr. Go fast, turn left, Patrick.
Not fast, not too fast for me, like 27.
27.
Or Randy Kerr fast 127 in turn 1.
I saw that pop up, and that was definitely worth interrupting the closing for live. Randy Kerr wraps it up. That is Patrick's chauffeur at Magic Valley Speedway.
He kept me safe. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, you're here today to talk about it. That's all that matters. All right, we'll see you later, buddy. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.